Tariq learned who 2-Bit was for the first time after he stormed into his life, and now Tariq has a problem. But how will he deal with this? Could he tell Monet? Could he call Uncle Tommy? And has Tariq got his hands on 2-Bit's watch? Welcome back to MovieBot. Let's talk Power Book 2 Ghost, 2-Bit and Tariq. So hope you're all having a great morning and welcome back to another storyline breakdown video talking all things 2-Bit and Tariq today. But if you missed any of my previous videos or the review and recaps or talking about your guys' comments, then I'll link them down below in the description and in the comment section as usual. And if you're new to the channel and you want to see everything Power Universe related from review and recaps to storyline breakdowns, then remember to smash the subscribe button. So just as a quick recap from what we saw between Tariq and 2-Bit in the last episode, 2-Bit rolled through Stansfield and he definitely looked like he didn't belong there, bumping into Lauren and her parents before he made his way over to Tariq's room, and Tariq said he looked familiar, but 2-Bit and Tariq have never actually met. But let's rewind it all the way back to Power Season 6 Episode 4. Tariq actually saw 2-Bit at Tommy's warehouse when Tariq went to steal a stash of Tommy's. So that's Season 6 Episode 4 for those who want to go back and rewatch the scene. It was where 2-Bit, Spanky and Black Grimace walked in, and this is where Tariq was hiding and saw 2-Bit. But with 2-Bit rolling up at Stansfield to collect what he believes he's owed, some said that the debt should have died with Ghost, but 2-Bit's got to do what he's got to do. There's no team anymore, there's no Tommy, there's no Ghost, and he needs bread one way or another, and that's why we see him now asking Tariq for 50k for saving his life. But then 2-Bit could ask for more and more and then more, so it has to end at some point. And I'm going to go through some problems that Tariq will face with 2-Bit in just a moment because I want to talk about that watch. Now this watch was taken by 2-Bit during the stage robbery scene at Truth in Season 6 Episode 6, and he had the watch on him when he entered prison and he had the watch on him when he left. And I have to say, when they released, they focused pretty heavily on the watch as he left prison. They then focused on the watch again as 2-Bit had Tariq cornered. Tariq mentioned how he now has Ghost's Rolex and Tariq recognized this instantly. It was then brought up once again later on in the episode when 2-Bit drowned Bars in the pool at Stansfield when he was helping Tariq and said that his Rolex was now ruined. Now I mentioned in my episode 6 review and recap video that I just wonder whether this watch will find its way to Tariq eventually and fall into Tariq's hands, because I do believe that they are focusing on this watch for one purpose only. And there was a picture that was sent to me by two people on Instagram. First it was Cash there who sent it to me, and then Bob sent it to me, two of the regular in the comment section. So thank you guys for sending this image over to me on Instagram. And it was an image posted on the Stars Instagram page of Tariq sitting behind Tasha and Davis McLean as the court sessions get going, and Tariq is wearing a gold watch. And I don't know if it's the exact same watch because it is a little difficult to tell from far, but it looks like it may just be the same watch, and if it is, then how does it fall into Tariq's hands? Now as I said in my episode 6 review and recap, I expect it to play some part or shape or form in the coming episodes because they've mentioned and focused on this watch quite a few times in episodes 6 and 8, and I do think it will eventually fall into Tariq's hands, but the main question is how? 2-Bit is not that type of guy to just hand over his Rolex, or should I say Ghost Rolex, which rightfully should be Tariq's, although some would argue maybe not even Tariq's considering he doesn't even like his father and he's the one who shot him. So if 2-Bit's not going to exactly hand over his Rolex, how exactly is Tariq going to get his hands on this timepiece? Because the only other way I see this happening is if he kills 2-Bit, and I sure as shit don't see that happening, not yet anyway, because 2-Bit, he has seriously bought Power Book 2 Ghost alive and given the original Power Fields back to Book 2, so I don't think him being killed off is something that will happen soon, and I believe we will see 2-Bit reunited with Tommy at some point. But is 2-Bit on Tariq's ass about the money because he knows that he shot Ghost? As far as we know, the only people that know that Tariq shot Ghost is Tasha and Tommy. You can say Sax and McLean now too, but the evidence that they have doesn't exactly tell them that. So with 2-Bit being inside this whole time, I don't think he knows who killed Ghost, and I don't think Tommy's told him either, but he will sure as hell find out sooner or later, because 2-Bit knowing who shot Ghost wouldn't change whether Tariq ends up behind bars, because 2-Bit is no snitch, but it would certainly make him look at Tariq in a new light, and maybe even possibly work with Tariq. And Tariq, he's going to really need to do something about 2-Bit, because I don't think 2-Bit will stop asking for money after the 50k. He'll come back for more and more and more, and he needs to figure out a way to get 2-Bit off his back, because he can't keep continuing like this. When he's got Davis McLean to pay for, he can't be throwing 20 to 50 G's to 2-Bit. What can he do about the situation with 2-Bit now? Can 2-Bit tell Monet or Tasha about 2-Bit? We know how Tariq keeps his cards really close to his chest and doesn't like to tell people what's happening in his life. so I don't think he'll tell Tasha or Monet. Actually, if he told Monet though, I'm sure she would protect him, but I don't think he'll tell Monet either because, as I said, he plays his cards really close to his chest, and I don't think he wants to reveal some parts of his past life to Monet. But could he actually call Uncle Tommy? He knows that 2-Bit is the next soldier for Tommy, so that's one man who knows he can control 2-Bit. As I said earlier, I think 2-Bit and Tommy reuniting is inevitable, and I originally thought 2-Bit would serve a good role as Tommy's right-hand man in Chicago. But I actually really like him on Power Book 2 Ghost because he's given it such a breath of fresh air just at the right time. And those who stuck with Power Book 2 Ghost who are watching this video, you guys are the real Power fans, because not everybody was convinced about Tariq or just Power Book 2 in general, because it was always going to need time to develop and it was always going to require patience before we got to see the original Power ways, and now I believe we are well and truly on our way. I do believe that with Power Book 2 being renewed for a season 2 and with the cast members being so young who can grow and develop into their roles, they can go on for season 3, 4, 5 and 6. And this is something actually Michael Rainey Jr. said in one of his Instagram lives a while ago, that they'll renew Power Book 2 all the way up until season 6. Of course, it's not up to him to decide whether it's renewed for season 3, 4, 5 or 6, but let's just wait and see how the show progresses, because I really do believe it does have the potential to go really far. But anyway, I went a little off topic there, back to 2-Bit and Tariq, and something else I wanted to touch base on was, can 2-Bit work with Tariq? Can 2-Bit protect Tariq and teach him the ways, because Tariq is clever, he can move weight, he's clever about it, and he does this risk-free with his course correct app. But now Stansfield is too hot to do business in due to Kane sending bars to Stansfield to kill Tariq. We see Lars Alonso asking questions because he knows that this kill wasn't no accident. But what I need from Tariq is for him to learn how to fight, because honestly right now my 4-year-old nephew can throw a better punch than Tariq, so I want 2-Bit to teach him. And he'll also want back in on the game and in on the action as well, so can Tariq convince him to work with him or protect him, because Kane said he's going to run the streets now. Tariq can't shift weight at Stansfield, so where's he going to be shifting his weight? On the streets. Tariq on the streets and Kane on the streets, and Kane won't go for Tariq at this moment in time because he'll think twice about going for him after he believes that he was the one that killed Bars, the GTG soldier. And Nico Moonshine made a very good point in my previous video. The idea of 2-Bit being a form of breeze for Tariq would be a great nod for Power Book 2. 2-Bit is making Tariq think on his feet, providing protection and teaching him after his father was murdered. It's not the same dynamic, but I feel they'll grow on each other. I echo these exact same sentiments. I think 2-Bit and Tariq will eventually grow on each other because they are two smart minds, and if they were to actually put them together, then they could cause some real damage and make some serious money together in the streets, and it would make a great partnership, and a partnership that I would like to see. But with that being said, let me know what you guys think in the comment section about Tariq and 2-Bit's partnership. And what about the watch? Could Tariq have managed to have taken Ghost Rolex from 2-Bit? And if he has, then how has he managed to do this? So let me know your thoughts and comments down below in the comment section. And if you're new to the channel and you haven't done so already, remember to smash the subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.